Hi guys, today we're going to be doing a mineral guide or overview. I'm not really sure what to call this, but a lot of people have been saying really nice things about my Beast team's guide, so let's do it for mineral characters because it's maybe my favorite Afflatus? I'm not sure, but there's so many mineral characters that I really love. So let's go into how we can break it down. The way I like to see mineral characters are, let's look at DPS first. For reality damage, we've got Eternity. She's going to be the best offer. She can also offer self-sustain. I mean, earlier in the game, people were running her as soloing Limbo with her. It's not really that possible these days because Limbo is getting harder and harder, but she's still really, really amazing. Carla Borna. Carla Borna is the most recent 6-star mineral character. She does mental damage. She's really, really strong, and mine is criminally under-leveled with just Resonance 6. But she's really powerful, and she can also offer some self-sustain as well. The other 6-star mineral character that we have at the moment is Miss Newbabble. Miss Newbabble, the queen amongst queens. She's excellent at counter and an extra slot on in teams if you need a 4th slot for defense. But yeah, from 1.4 she's going to get a new lease on life thanks to a new character 37 and her potential synergy with not potential her amazing synergy with that character, which will be updated in the future once I get my hands on 37. Now, in terms of 5-star DPS, you really kind of only have one option, which is Horopedia. He is primarily a Dispeller, but he can actually offer some decent damage. He's just not going to be able to clear Limbo 6 unless you hyper invest into him. But mine's Resonant 10, and that's just because of that fan art, if you know what I'm talking about. And as for 4-star DPS characters, we have Monlik, which honestly, she's amazing. She can do some decent damage, some self-sustain, and especially for early game, she's incredible. And she has an insight where she can offer 3 rounds of reality defense minus 20 to one target. Not quite as good as Tenet, but it's really nice utility to have on a 4-star character that is primarily doing DPS. But I think where Mineral really shines most is with its supporting characters being so diverse. For 6 stars, we have Pickles. Pickles is arguably the most diverse support in the game so far. I mean, until 6 comes out, but that's in the future. Pickles can offer 30% damage buff, and he does mental damage, but Pickles is such a good boy that he doesn't discriminate against where that damage buff goes to. I have mine at P2 because Pickles looks like one of the dogs I had growing up, and I just had to get that extra. I had to get more good boys. But yeah, he can offer 30% or 40% from P2 for all allies. He's an excellent diverse unit, not just for mineral teams, but for truly any team in the game. Similarly so, Necrologist, she can offer 40% so far, but I believe it goes all the way up from P5. She can offer 50% damage dealt extra for all of her allies. Only downside to Necrologist is she's much more AP greedy to get that buff consistently going. Meanwhile, Pickles is more less one turn on, one turn off with how his turn cycling works. And for also Queen of Italian Queen, Sonetto. Sonetto is a free character that we can all get, and honestly, if you're just starting out the game, she's incredible to invest into. She can plop down into any team. Her incantation, Exhortation 9 offers up to 25% damage extra dealt. That was awkward phrasing. The amazing thing about Mineral as well is that it has Balloon Party. Balloon Party is one of the best healers in the game, you know, sans Tooth Fairy, but she offers okay damage, but excellent healing. And she can be also slotted into almost any team. For the lower rarity characters, we have characters like Miss Moisan. Miss Moisan is a shielder, and she can also offer freeze, which is a very unique ability, where it's similar to Petrify from Druvis and Satsuki, but freeze will, like it says, freeze the target for 1 round. I haven't really built much into her, but once like resources become available, I'm really gonna play around with her and see what we can do with teams. We also have characters like Cristallo. Cristallo, queen of the ER and the ICU. Honestly, like, she's so diverse. She can offer a buff to your characters. She can also offer 30% reality defense down for targets. And she can also offer a lot of neg stats, which really work well for characters like Sweetheart or Jessica that need the extra neg stats for the side tubes. We also have Bet. Bet is really great, actually. She primarily has like this amazing ability where she can buff the incantations of a character with her ultimate, which no other character in the game so far can do. She sadly is a 3-star, but you can also slot her into a lot of teams, especially with you'll note some synergies with Bet and characters like Eternity or Carla Borna, or even Miss Newbabble, where she can like enable like a hyper carry type of thing. Oh, and also Onion. She's here, and me saying that makes me want to invest into her because I love an underdog, and a 3-star DPS character that offers no help or buffs or debuffs or anything, but my god, I want the best for her. I just want the best for her. So that was probably quite a ramble, but the Mineral team roster is quite diverse, and what we're going to be looking at now is some examples of possible Mineral team formats. Okay, so this first example of a team is with Mondlik as a main DPS and Sonetto as a general debuffer. I think this type of team template is going to be pretty amazing for most content up until you get to high levels of Limbo. Mondlik is great for damage. She can also offer some defense down. Sonetto, damage reduction and also damage buff to your characters, and Balloon Party as a general healer. As you can see, Mondlik does some decent damage. My Sonetto, unfortunately, is incredibly underinvested into because I'm some sick person that when the game gives you a character for free and they're genuinely good, I somehow say, I'm not going to build them. I'm going to focus on other characters. And I have honestly come to regret that because I think Sonetto is fantastic. And if you don't have any other options, she is more than capable to carry you through most of this game. Let's look at our next team. Our next team is Eternity, as Pickles is just here to buff and Balloon Party to offer extra sustain because unfortunately Pickles has no self-sustaining capabilities at all, and if anything, Pickles, although he's a very good boy, he's quite squishy. Eternity as well has this excellent mechanic where she can offer nasty wound. So for some content where where characters are re-healing, where enemies are healing themselves far too much, this nasty wound is going to come in handy for taking those out and making it a little bit easier to clear.
り高ぶれば必ずや災難を招く。経験者からのアドバイス。
Okay, for our next team, we're looking at a full mental team. This time we've snuck in a little bit of extra self-sustain. Because Carla Borna can self-sustain and Pickles is a very universal unit, you can use characters like Poltergeist, who is an excellent taunt, self-sustaining. Some people call them, same with Oliver Fogg, as like a cockroach type of character. It's like really hard to kill them. But I feel like Poltergeist has the mental damage, mental defense -30 with her level 2 incantation. And I think this is a really solid team. I have unfortunately not invested into them enough to see how it goes in Limbo 6, but it can definitely do higher levels of the game and clear most content. If you have Carla Borna and Pickles, or even you could use Sonetto in this instead if you don't have Pickles, Carla Borna and Poltergeist are a great combination. Okay, moving on to the next team. This is a template using our queen, Miss Newbabble. Now, of course, Miss Newbabble is going to get a big upgrade with 37 in 1.4, but I do not have a CN account. I just have a global account. So we're using Cristallo. Cristallo for the reality defense down and for the extra sustain and a little bit of extra damage as well. Bet is here because, like I said, she's great at buffing other characters. She can offer a little bit of sustain through defense increase, and I'm actually quite excited to see what Bet can offer to 37 and Miss Newbabble teams, because Bet with the incantation buff, she can help Miss Newbabble cycle through to her ultimate really quickly. I mean, check my Miss Newbabble guide for more details about the mechanics of that, but basically, use her shield and then use her level 2 or level 3 attacking incantation, and she just buffs herself with extra moxie. So I'm quite excited about 37 to see how this team would work out, and you bet I'm gonna be you bet. So as you can see with the Miss Newbabble team, it's not the fastest clear, but it's still very doable, and like I said, 37 is going to make a big improvement to this team in the very near future. Now the last team we're going to look at today is a bit of a, I think it's a cheese meme team kind of thing. Because Necrologist has a revive, you could use the 2 stars like Door or Miss Radio, where they are kind of they're sacrificial characters. When they use their ultimate, they can give a mass buff to the team. So I actually leveled up Door just for the purpose of this video. Door has an amazing ability that their ultimate will continually give extra moxie to the team members, and since Necrologist can also offer the buff, and she can also mass heal, and Carla Borna can also self-sustain, this team kind of is a lot of fun to play. Necrologist buffs, she also allows Door to use that ultimate twice, because after it sacrifices itself, it actually revives, and then you can cycle through to Carla Borna's ultimate much more frequently. Same with our Necrologists. Honestly, it's worth a shot. If you've got these characters, you could use Necrologist with Door and any DPS. Again, this is just mineral only focused teams. I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. There's honestly endless options with the mineral teams. I just tried to showcase the reality or mental damage teams and a couple of different niche teams within it, but there's different characters that can slot into different roles. You could have you could use your DPS characters with Corn Bloom. You don't have to use a mineral buffer or debuffer. But on the other hand of that, the characters like Pickles or Sonetto can slot into other teams. Similarly, so Miss Newbabble is an excellent extra sustain for four character teams. But yeah, that's enough for today. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what mineral teams are you running and what characters do you like and what did I miss in this video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.